Hello everybody, this is Chris's Homebrew Sports and Video Games. Today is game 2 of the series between the Cubs and the Athletics. Finally getting around to playing this game. I had a mishap with the printer yesterday. It would not print the stat sheet out correctly. So, and then I bought a new printer cartridge for the printer, and I had ended up buying a refurbished one because that was all they had at the store I went to. And my printer didn't like that, so I got to get an actual Canon
Hey guys, Mark DeRosa here. Welcome to the show.
Printer. So I forgot to check the weather of this game. I'll do that real quick. So yeah, mishap with the printer and that kind of thing, and it's just I'm without a printer, so I'm doing this on paper the old-fashioned way today. Okay. Okay, we are ready to go.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Chicago Cubs and the Oakland A's. It's A's baseball coming up next. Jesus Luzardo, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty B, this ought to be exciting. This is one of the top young pitchers in the game right now. He keeps getting better. He keeps learning. And if he continues at this pace, this guy has a chance to be one of the more reliable pitchers in the game.
Now at the plate, Chris Bryant. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Tonight for the Cubs, the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. And the changeup is taken for a called third strike, and the leadoff man is gone to begin the ball game.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Not the warmest night you'll see around here, and even 50 degrees at game time. Bases are empty, one man out. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. Two gone now here in the first. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is big Chris Bryant. He's such a great talent, the kind of talent that can dominate a game, a perennial all-star, and win some awards. He's one of the best in the game today, and he's always fun to watch.
Here's Javier Baez. Hit down the third baseline. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. The throw into second. The throw pulls him off the bag.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
To the plate now, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll take a look at ball one.
Have to find a way to get that guy home from second now. Never know how important these early runs can be.
Ready with the 1-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And nothing will come of the two-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the two-out double. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We are scoreless on the show. John Lester is the man towing the rubber for the Cubs in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty B, this ought to be a fun one to watch. This guy's been around the block for a while, but he's having a rock-solid season with a real good ERA. It'll be really interesting to see how he attacks his opposing lineup.
Now in the box, Marcus Semien. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Here's the pitch. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike one. And he misses with it, 1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Now here it comes. And he popped him up. Bodie stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone. With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. What's the key for a home victory tonight, Hero?
Matty, you focus on this lineup, the middle of the order jumps out at you because of the big power. But my focus today is on the table setters, the guys that set the tone. They have to be willing to work the game and find ways to get on base and create a little bit of havoc on the defense.
A ball and no strikes. Now a swing and a fly ball. And no one will track it down. The 1-1 home is swung out and missed for strike number 2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
Two-pitch mix here. If you're in the batter's box, you're looking for something up. Sinker changeup right here. Got to get it up.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman as Lester jumps ahead of him here with strike 1, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. Off-balance throw, but he couldn't get it up on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
Boy, D-Roll, this looked like one of those easy 1, 2, 3 innings. Next thing you know, a little swinging ground ball and a 2-out infield base hit.
Yeah, it's never too late. You never know when a rally's going to start. It seemed innocent early on. He got 2 quick outs, but now we see traffic at first.
And that'll bring up Matt Olson. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Lester sets. Here's the 0-1. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a miss got him reaching. And the throw to first ends the inning. We played an inning, still 0-0. Second inning set to go. Stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. Now the pitch. And a curveball in for a strike. just off the outside as he can't catch the corner. Now a curveball in there, 1-2 now.
Okay, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get-me-over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there and advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
Here's Jason Hayward now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The 1-0.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. The 1-2 is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch. No score here as we play inning number 2. Fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Into the box now, Steven Souza. And he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. Souza, an imposing right-handed figure at 6'4" tall. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Definitely tried to elevate the heater right there with 2 strikes, but caught way too much of the plate. Nice execution by the hitter.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. Can't connect there on the breaking ball. 1-1. The pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Souza stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a little tapper to the left of the mound. Throw won't get him at first. An infield single, and it's first and third now.
Okay, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
In there, no balls and a strike. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Behind 0-2 now.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Nothing in 2, the pitch.
One out away from stranding that runner on third, so the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. But Scotty's on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Up strand a couple. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. Last half of the second set to go, and striding into bat next, it will be Mark Canha. Now the first pitch here from Lester. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
0-2 count. You can do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Struck him out.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location of all 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
Chris Davis next to bat, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. The 1-0 home. Bouncer to the left side. Baez fields it cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting back. The right field. Deep back. Johnny.
Digging in, Stephen Piscotty. Lester has his target. Here's the first pitch. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. This is lifted into the air out towards center field. Center fielder giving chase. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. He'll get it into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Stepping up to the plate, Sean Murphy. And now following the 2-out double, he's got a chance to drive in a run here. Stretch, here's the pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Murphy Originally from New York State, this is his first year at the big league level. Comes set, the 0-1. This one's down to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. The A's strand one. Will move to the third with no score.
Okay, guys, so after the top of this inning,
Ready for another chance?
I'm going to stop the video, go back to my job, and then we'll continue on my next break.
Completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Now here's the pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
So digging in now, Anthony Rizzo. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First delivery to him on the way. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Fouled away. And he fouls this one off. Third inning, no score to this point. And it's fouled away. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball 2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Here now the 2-2. It is looked at and the count moves full.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. 1 out, nobody on. Left center, base hit.
Hey guys, that fires me up right there. He stuck his nose in there, grinded out a 10-pitch AB, and delivers a knock. That was fun to watch.
And that brings up Javi Baez, and she'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Now the 1-0.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Runners on first with 1 down. Oh, and This is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he will get there to make the running play.
Alright, guys, we will see you on the flip side. Bye-bye for now. Alright, guys, we're back. So, the hits keep coming in my life so far. Having issues with the printer, and now I'm having some issues with the old vehicle that I have to take it to the shop and get something fixed, so I'm waylaid from my job for a couple of days, which is not what I'm trying to be doing right now, but a good opportunity. It does give me a good opportunity to catch up on these games and
Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything.
Try to.
Count is 1-2 now. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in the 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
Standing in now, Marcus Semien. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
oh shoot, I gotta set
The
the
windup and the 1-0 pitch. Change up low, 2-0.
time.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. And now pitch on the way. Heading out towards shallow right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, number 22.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. Digging in now, Ramon Laureano. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap.
Excuse me.
The bat, the third baseman.
And that'll bring in Matt Chapman as Lester jumps ahead of him here with strike 1. Lester will check in on first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. The 0-2 pitch. And this one runs in on him.
Don't know why I swung at that, but I did.
The inning is over. 1 left for Oakland. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. New inning inning set to get underway, and next will be the power-hitting catcher, Wilson Contreras.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
1 ball, no strikes to count. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. There's the 2-1 home. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And it's 1-1. In for strike 2.
Count 1-2.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
So now to the plate, Steven Souza, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. The 1-0 home. High and deep to right center. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson.
Leading off is the first baseman, Oakland.
Here's the first pitch to him.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
The windup and the 0-1. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6th at this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
So now it's Mark Canha, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Fouled off. a 2-1 home. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a solo shot for Mark Canha, and the A's are on the board first, 1-0.
Was grooved right down Main Street. He couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Here's Chris Davis now. As he'll send a ground ball down to third, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Man, I love this angle. Looking right down the line, you can see that he generates his power from his lower half, taking it down the line for a clean double. Great look there.
So that'll bring up Stephen Piscotty. He gets it hard on the ground to the left. Bryant is up with it, in time to first, and there are 2 away. Now to the plate, Sean Murphy, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. On the move is Hayward. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. But the A's hit the board first on this solo home run. We're through 4. It's now 1-0 in favor of the A's. Back at the Oakland Coliseum, and before we go much further, let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Leading off for the Cubs.
All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And set to go is the switch-hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. First pitch on its way. And a fastball is in there for strike 1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Barreto fields cleanly, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter number 13, second baseman, David.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bowie. He's ready. Here's the first offering. No runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. A ball and a strike. Bowie, originally from the Centennial State of Colorado, he was taken in the 18th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Bases are empty, one man out. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Now that's third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Chris Bryant. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. No runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Line hard to center field. Laureano will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Cubs are down in order. They're down 1-0.
All right, so we're going to play this next half inning, and then let the camcorder charge up, and then we'll finish the game.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the second baseman, Franklin Barreto.
Franklin Barreto.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Baez ranging into the outfield. He can't get there as it falls in. Back to the top of the order now, and up next to Berkeley area native Marcus Semien. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A runner at first with no outs here. Skied into straightaway right. Hayward has a read on it. 1 down.
Number 22.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Lester will check in on first, and they got him.
I think he was going first pitch, first movement all the way, and apparently the pitcher knew it too, caught him leaning.
Lester into his motion. Here it comes.
Hey, with 2 outs in the number 2 hole, you're just trying to get on. You got the big boys coming up behind you.
Looked like the sinker there dipped a little below the knees. Three and 0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
And here's a ball hit in the air. But this one lands in the bullpen area, a foul ball. 3-1. Is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Hit sharply, but foul down the right side. 2 out, nobody on. Hit hard to short. Baez has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing there for the A's.
Alright, guys, we'll be back. Bye-bye. Alright, guys, we're back.
But they're on top 1-0. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo.
Number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. The 1-0.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And that's over. 2-1.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The bat, number 9, shortstop, Javier.
Stepping in, Javier Baez. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. The bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Into the box, Kyle Schwarber. As the first pitch to him is in there for a ball strike 1. No hits to this point. The 0-1 on its way. A great job of changing speed there. It's 0-2.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
Swung on, but fouled off to the left. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2. Fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that stone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Pitch on the way to third. Chapman's got it. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. One left for the Cubs. They still trail 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and that means Matt Chapman will dig in at the plate.
The third baseman.
First pitch coming, here it is. And that's by him, it's 0-1.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Swung right over the top of that one as this is a little dribbler out in front of the mound. And the leadoff man in the inning will get the job done here. It's an infield single.
Hey, I can only take you inside the mind of the batter right here. Had a lot of swinging bunts in my day. As soon as that ball hits the dirt in front of you, you are getting it down the first baseline. When you smell a knock, I don't care what it looks like, you are getting it down the line.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Fouled away. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking a hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my man on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
At the plate, Mark Hanna, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. Lester ready, the 1-0. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he pumps the fastball by him here, 1-2 now.
Hey, it's a game of execution. If the pitcher stays right there, this lineup's going to continue to have a tough time.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
The 2-2. Runners on first with 1 down. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
In now, Chris Davis, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And there's ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and 2 strikes, the count to Chris Davis. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. The A's strand 1. But they lead it 1-0. Now batting, Jason Hayward. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. Bouncer to the left side. Chapman has it cleanly. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first.
Boy, this is an absolute gift for them, especially when they've had so much trouble getting anybody on base. So now the leadoff hitter is aboard and might be looking to run. They've got to do whatever they can to get some offense going.
Striding in, Steven Souza, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
And that misses ball one.
Looking for a productive at-bat here. Get that runner from second over to third.
A runner at second, nobody out. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Kenna is there, and he'll bring this one in. So stepping in, Ian Happ, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now the 1-0. Pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
To the plate now, David Bodie, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The zone. It's 2-0 now.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Line drive to left. Kenna is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. So no runs on no hits. One error in the inning, but a man left stranded. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. Oakland is on top of this one, 1-0. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring up the outfield. Stephen Piscotty.
The right fielder,
Now the first pitch here from Lester. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
And he struck him out. The 10th victory kept him set down on strikes thus far.
Nice job there, taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a one-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Into the box now, Sean Murphy, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. In there, a base hit.
Gotta be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting bunts and the bat averages are flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game over.
And next up will be Franklin Barreto as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Oh, and this deflects right off him. Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And I believe that's going to be all for John Lester. So he'll wind up going 6 1/3, and he's kept his club in it to this point, though he cannot win the ball game. Jeremy Jeffress takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame. Digging in to try it again, Marcus Semien. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. Now the 0-1. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Ball 3. 3 and 2 now.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Good battle. Count remains full. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3 and 2. Payoff pitch one more time, and he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
These guys on defense are still within striking distance, but after that walk, one swing of the bat could really blow this thing wide open.
Stepping into the box, Ramon Laureano. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at-bat right there. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too. This is where you got to empty the bucket out on the mound. Throw your best stuff right here, right now, and try and get out of this. If anything catches outfield grass, this game's probably over.
Swung on and missed. 1 and 1.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Now the 1 and 1 pitch. high in the air and deep to straightaway left. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam, and the A's add on more. It's now a 5-0 game.
Who's the pitcher?
This is an example of an inning that just gets away from you. A couple of innocent hits, a walk, and the next thing you know, he's watching them all trot around the bases. You don't always see a lot of runs scored in this sport, but sometimes they can be put up in a hurry.
Jeffress.
Stepping in now, Matt Chapman. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4, not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
A two-seamer there as this is fouled off to the left side. We could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, I can't have one of my best left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate.
And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate pass ball, and you can bet the catcher is kicking himself about it right now. With the runner advancing to second, the double play is off the table. Might come back to haunt him.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 2-2 one more time. Mark Hanna is on deck. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Schwarber will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 2nd out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 20.
Now at the plate, Mark Hanna. Previous meetings with Jeremy Jeffress, he's 1 for 2. He's set and the pitch.
Oh, that's out.
4 runs here in this half inning. 2-0 the count to the A's left fielder.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Hit on the ground is short. There's Baez. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. But not before the A's strike for 4 runs, with the big blow being this grand slam. We'll march on to the 8th, and the lead is now 5-0. Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
comes the first pitch. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike one.
Hey, sometimes you have to look at it like it's not how or how many. Pitching very well into this one into the late innings, and his first pitch strike percentage, less than 50%. He'd like it to be a lot higher than that. He's making it very difficult on himself, but he's still getting outs.
Time to be alert for signs of tiring here in the eighth. He's a pitch away from 100.
Man, I love this right now. He's given it everything he has, given his team depth, allowing the manager to pick some serious matchups when it comes to going to the bullpen, Dan.
Boy, you nailed that, D-Road. Now you could go to your go-to guys, the troubleshooters, the guy you want to bring into close games. Anytime a starter can get you through 7 innings, the 8th inning gets a bonus. A job well done so far.
So one gone here in the Chicago eighth, and into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. The pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. Changeup stays outside and it's behind 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone for the 3-ball count.
Here it comes, the 3-0. This ball is thrust. Look at it go. Gone. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's 5-1.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.
Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he was able to only get that first out in the eighth, but nonetheless, he'll depart with the lead. So now to the plate, Javier Baez, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Hit hard to the right side. Oh, this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. Gone! Back-to-back homers. A solo home run there for Javi Baez. And it's now a 5-2 game. run. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And there are 2 away now. And there are the final numbers for the Oakland starter. He was great all night long.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one. Didn't allow a walk all game long.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot that time for Wilson Contreras, and it's a 5-3 game now. Jason Hayward popped up. Soria in foul ground. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo home runs. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. The A's lead it 5-3. Casey Sadler is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 25. Casey Sadler.
Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the DH, Chris Davis. First delivery to him on the way.
Oh, that's too high.
Windup, here comes the 1-0. Line drive to center field. Happ is right there, 1 down. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this.
A leap here, but it ticks off his glove. And that's the 2nd out. Stepping in, Sean Murphy. He singled his last time up. First offering on its way. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. 2 out, nobody on. That misses, 2-0.
This at-bat sets up really good right here, right? Hasn't seen a fastball yet, but now he gets to count at 2 balls and no strikes. He has to be looking for a fastball right here.
Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some 4-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Now a swing and a miss at the hard sinker, and they're back to even 2-2.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Weak grounder down the line at third. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. A's are gone in order, and it remains 5-3. Liam Hendricks comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
16. Liam.
At the plate, Steven Souza will be charged with trying to get on board leading off the ninth.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Slider gets the outside. That's a strike. Here's the 1-1. Slider as this one swung on and missed for the first out here in the ninth. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Hit hard up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bring the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
David Bodie, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He could really use a knock here, 0-for-3 in the game so far. The 0-1. Off-speed pitch here, but it dips below the knees, evening us at 1-1. Off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Runner at first here, 1 man out. All even now, 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. And it's 3-2 now to the number 9 hitter.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's rolled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3-2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or 2, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Moretto brings it in. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good
record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
And the sequence contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final. The Oakland A's
205, 207.
and held on until the end. Jesus Luzardo gets the W on the mound. John Lester struck out 10 in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics. 5 runs on 11 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Cubs, 3 runs on 9 hits. No error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 59 minutes. Thank you for joining us here at DJ. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Oh hell, I've been recording this entire time. Sorry about that, guys. Bye bye. Next game will be game 3 between Oakland and Chicago. Bye bye.